What's up, Backstretchers?
Welcome to the pre-show show.
It's the pre-show show. Look who we got in the house today. In-house. Your 2022 Colossal. What
602 late model.
602 late model. I know that. but what was it else called? It was called something else, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just called the
Colossal 100. Yeah, Colossal 100. That's what it was. Colossal 100 winner, 602 open wheel modified driver. A little bit of everything. We're going to get to know Preston. He was telling us a few stories outside just a few minutes ago. So this is going to be really interesting. I can see already. I can't wait to see you, hear about your experiences there. And also, I just want to thank you, sir. If ones that don't know, Preston is a Greensboro firefighter. He's one of the guys that rushes in your house when it's on fire and stuff, man, and got balls this big.
That brain's about like that.
Brain out like that.
So thank you, sir. I appreciate you, man, and everything you do. Look in the house. It's Earl Ramey in the house. That's a bad man right there. Earl knows.
Yeah, I seen Earl the other day. That's a good dude. I talked to him today, to be honest with you. I called him and thanked him. He helped me out with some stuff, and they paid off this weekend, so it was much better.
Hey, so, you run Earl Ramey Motors?
I personally don't have one yet because my mod comes straight from Chevy. But the late model absolutely has Earl.
All right. So we're teammates, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Earl sponsors us.
Outstanding.
Yeah, we're teammates. Yeah. Hey, we're on Team Blaylock. So that means we're Colossal 100 winners, Nick.
That's right.
You can't get no better service than Earl Ramey Racing Engines, to be honest with you, man. Every time we have somebody on here, and it just happens to be they run Earl Ramey Racing Engines. I mean, there's so many people, and they talk about the customer service.
He was there with at the Colossal that whole weekend with his car, and he come down both days because we just ran Wednesday and Thursday, and that's the first time I've been in the track with him. Like when he was there, and all the stuff he had going on, he come down no less than 4 or 5 times.
Oh yeah.
To check on, make sure everything's right. Then when we won, they were tearing half the motor apart, it seemed like, and he come down and make sure everything was right.
Oh yeah, right in the middle.
I had to go get him or nothing. So that was impressed me. Not that I'm
not
too his horn, but I'm just saying that was impressive.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
The real 17, Kevin Slate.
The real 17.
That's one awesome dude.
That's look at him.
We give Chris Joyce a hard time.
Hey,
both 17.
Oh yeah.
He didn't want to be the 17S.
Hey,
so we put on the thing real 17.
Yeah, what's Jack Craig says?
Says thank you, Preston, and all the firefighters.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah, he did hear that about Jack.
Yeah, Jack. I think Jack's all right now. I asked him about it the other week, and he said he's back in his house. So.
Oh, that's standing.
Yeah,
Earl said that's one bad man right there.
That's one bad man right there. He said that right. Chelsea, hello. Chelsea.
That's Chelsea.
Chelsea. Yeah.
Kevin Slate's good. I see him, but he let me borrow his enclosed trailer. I guess it was going on 2 years ago now, this November, to take to Charlotte. I just have an old open trailer. Guy slept in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saved my car. I don't need it for the car. I care less if the car can get wet. I mean, I ain't running the car. Roll the car out and I slept in his trailer.
Hey,
do what you got to do.
That's right. Do what you got to do. You could be crazy and get a hotel room like me and Nick did for like $400.
Yeah, no.
That wasn't no fun, but
Jack Craig to the real 17, please stand up.
There he is, the real 17. You know Kevin Slate is the real 17, don't you?
I do now.
There is imitators out there. He goes by the name of Big Deborah. You know who we talking about?
Oh yeah, I talked to him today. I talked to Big Deborah today, via text.
But he is the imitator of the 17.
I got you.
So, now big shout out to Kevin Slate and Chris Joyce. Great people there. Great people. We have also, I failed to mention, Preston also not only runs late model modified, he also builds his own chassis, Faith chassis. We'll talk a little bit about that. See, because I'm curious. I kind of know, but I'm curious. So I just want to ask the question. So we'll ask a couple questions about that. I do have one question though. When we see Preston back in a mod.
Well, I've had it out there twice. It rained out last time I took it. And I would have took it Saturday, but my son got his ready. We finally got his ready, and so I didn't want to run the late model, my mod, and then him trying to learn, get in his for the first. And I was thinking if I didn't have the late model ride, I probably would have took mine.
Yeah,
but I'd like to. I wanted to help him, and instead of concentrating helping him, and he asked me to not take mine and help him. So absolutely,
yeah. JP.
Okay, I was sitting in my car and I said, he started the B main. And I said, just start. I told him, let them all go and just get you 10 good laps. Just, because he's learning. And the Joker won it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll sit in the car, at staging, and every time he come by, he's passed the car. He's passed the car. And they told me to go to Victory Lane. And I almost drove the late model around there because I figured they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But there was somebody in front of me, and I couldn't get out. So, but he didn't get out of the car. They just wanted to know if he's going to take the money.
Yeah.
And in true Blaylock fashion, he's like, I don't want the money. I'll start in the rear.
Yeah, sir.
So I was like,
get it.
Yeah, because I told him, I said, no, just take the money, but I knew he wouldn't.
Hey,
if he wanted.
And tell you what, and a lot of people's like, it's just a B main, blah blah blah. Hey, when you're learning, a B main win is bigger.
Sometimes than 12 cars.
Hey, there you go. I mean, hey,
I think it was 37 entries.
37 entries.
30. I'm gonna tell you, Friendship set a record Saturday night. I wasn't there, unfortunately, or fortunate. I don't know yet, but it must have been a full moon. I know that because they had a lot of cars.
I actually was standing on the trailer watching a mud race.
Yeah.
And I looked up.
Yeah.
I didn't see it full moon.
That mod race was nasty, right? But we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into mod racing and the friendship stuff here a little bit. It's we've got about 3 minutes. You ready to start the show? You ready? We can do it early tonight.
You gonna do it early?
Let's do it early.
It's showtime.
What's up, Backstretchers? Again in the house. Here we go. For the ones coming in, ones going out, you're going to miss a good one if you're going out. So I would suggest staying in. Driver of this number 18, 602 late model Longhorn, and the number 00602 open wheel mod face chassis, Preston Blaylock in the house. Greensboro firefighter, like I said in the pre-show. Thank you again, Preston, for everything you do, man. And welcome, buddy.
Appreciate you having me.
I appreciate you coming. Been trying to get you for a long time, man. I've been on you for a while, and Preston's kind of shy, so he says it's a lot easier talking to people not being there. So.
Yeah. I'm not much on standing in front of people or anything like that. So this is a lot easier than.
Yeah, you're talking to a camera there, so that's why I get so brave sometimes. Let's see what's going on. We're gonna get to know Preston here. Let's read a couple comments. So I see some new ones stocked up. I was looking for the moon. Jack Craig says. Rebecca Perry says, David, you missed out on deep fried Oreos and deep fried Nutter Butters. All I brought some to you and Nick, and you weren't there. So Brittany got extra. Good day. I need them.
I will say the deep fried Nutter Butters were probably my favorite because I'm not an Oreo man.
Shut up, Nick.
I like peanut butter.
Nick, you're fired.
So there will be nobody at Friendship in 2 weeks because we're both fired.
You're hired again. Alice says sometime it doesn't have to be a full moon. I guess it don't because I've read a lot of comments today on Facebook, and some of the comments I don't like too much, but I'm gonna keep my comments to myself on that. But let's pay some bills. We got to pay some bills real quick. What do you think, Nick?
10-4. I had the comments here.
They're telling me how good that stuff was. I hate y'all, by the way. Andrews Mowing and Landscaping. I'm gonna tell you what, y'all seen the pictures. You've seen it on your own. If you want your yard to look like that, you better call Andrew Langford. Andrews Mowing and Landscaping, 336-624-8357. We're going to talk a little bit about Andrew racing this weekend there a little bit. So,
Joey Smith with JBS Builders out of Meadows, North Carolina. For all your handyman and building needs, give Joey Smith a call at 336-712-6049.
Chuck Crick City 8 mine. Jack, I hate you. NRS Race Scoring. Nick Roberts Scoring. Thank you so much, Nick, for everything you do for Friendship Motor Speedway, dirt racing all together, and on the backstretch, man. We appreciate you so much.
Earl Ramey Racing Engines out of Mooresville, North Carolina, offering maximum racing oils and profab headers.
Randy's Custom Lettering in Walnut Cove, North Carolina. Some of the baddest wraps that's coming out of Walnut Cove. You better go see Chris and Randy. Vinyl Ads Horsepower, 336-591-9301. They'll get you hooked up.
And new this week, Gann's Racecars and Parts out of Med-In. For all your fabrication and race car parts, check out Gann's. And also Too Fast For You embroidery with Tanja Gann right there in Gann's.
Thank y'all so much, Gans. Appreciate y'all coming on board in Tanja. Stokes Apparel, first place merch. I'm going to tell you what, everybody's getting T-shirts done by Travis Lawson. And you're falling behind. If you ain't, you better call Travis Lawson, Stokes Apparel, or his new name, First Place Merch. Check him out for the baddest T-shirts out there right now.
Also doing the Donald Tucker Memorial shirts.
And yes, sir. I just got off phone with me to get me a Fat Boy shirt.
He's supposed to be good.
You gonna get you some too?
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Yeah, I think yeah. Waiting for here from be honest with you to come pick him up, or for me to come pick him up.
Tate logging in Firewood out of Low Gap. That's the hillbilly of Zach Tate. If you need timber cleared or firewood for the winter, give them a call at 336-757-6706.
And our friends at R&B Enterprise, Ricky and Dustin Brim, don't forget, they're some of the baddest mechanics in Rockingham County. Or they're in Stokes County. I'm sorry.
I think they are in Stokes.
I think they are in Stokes. But they got a Madison phone number. But they're on Cape Walk Road. Go see them if you need anything done with your vehicle. 336-427-7425. We're done now, Preston. we got a lot of sponsors. We're like race cars.
That's good. That's a good,
Yes.
good problem to have.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate each and every one of you. Again, we got Preston Blaylock. Preston, man, for the ones that don't know, and I don't know who wouldn't know you, tell them about Preston Blaylock, man.
Oh, well, there's actually a lot of people that I think don't know me in the dirt world up here, simply because, especially last year and the year before, like my son would drive my car back or something mod, and for a long time they thought he was the driver.
Right.
And I've been doing this since I started. My granddaddy did it, my dad did it, and obviously I'm doing it. And it was, I think, 18. I started building my first car. My dad made me graduate high school first. Couldn't be 12 or 13 like some of these kids. I had to know everything about the car.
Yeah.
And which I think, I'm kind of old school that way. I think it ought to be like a test. If you can't, take some part of your car, you should be able to drive the joke.
Absolutely.
Anyway, but and I ran dirt down in Florida, where I'm from, for several years, and I moved up here. I think most of the guys in the dirt world know Earl Pearson. He's from Jacksonville, Florida, where I'm from. We ran together. He started a year before I did, I think. And then I moved up here in '94, and I was 22, and ran some dirt. Actually, my last race on dirt was in '95, and it was Lakeview Speedway, the old Lakeview Speedway. Yeah. Ed Gibbons was still living. I was there, and they didn't have a wall. No, they did have a wall around. Now they don't have a wall.
They don't have a wall.
And we won. And they told me not to come back. They gave me my trophy. I'm sorry, they didn't give me a trophy. They paid me and said that the locals, they don't want you to come back. We won pretty good. And I was like, oh, this one, before crazy that we had built, whatever you can stuff under the hood is mine.
Yeah.
And they said, don't come back. And the locals didn't like it. So I sold it and built an asphalt car and ran asphalt until 6 years ago, I got back on dirt. But for the 10 years there, I didn't run. My son played baseball.
Uh-huh.
And so when he was I coached baseball for years. His travel team and showcase team, and he'd asked me like if I was 12 or 13 and said, "Why don't I race?" And I was like, "Why don't you build you another race car?" And I was like, "Well, I'd rather watch you strike out than me go in a race. You know, and it's just more important.
A whole lot cheaper."
It just family's just a lot more important than because I'd have to be gone all the time. I couldn't coach his team, and he wanted to play. And he was
Right.
Funny story is he played since he was 4, and then when he was 17, he went to Penn. Had a couple people look at him, and we went to what's that? Not Pembroke. I can't think of the college in it's a private college. He wasn't going unless he got a scholarship because I couldn't pay for it. But anyway, he had some opportunities. He could probably play like some community JUCO ball and stuff like that. But he decided to quit and became a welder.
Oh wow!
And when he got out of school, he went and got a welder and quit baseball. And I was like, "Darn, I should have built a race car back when you were 12." Right? No, I'm just kidding. So about 10 years, I still worked on them, and I crew chiefed. I crew chiefed an ARCA car once. I crew chiefed this guy out of New Jersey for a year. They're all going to be the next Jeff Gordons, And then I still hung bodies and worked. I drove a modified, a Wheeling modified. We'd go practice. I never raced it, but we'd go shock test. Actually, I knew Sammy Speaks, the P1. I met him through that. Okay. And we'd go to Carraway or Ace and Friendship when it was paved. The last race I won on asphalt was Friendship when it was paved.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And
that's a long time ago.
Yeah, 2003. And the reason I got back into racing was the guy, I hung a body on a guy's car, and he had an old chassis. He said, "Will you take this money?"
Yeah.
And I looked at it, and I was like, "This is a dirt car." And I know they run dirt mine. I was driving for somebody when I drove asphalt. And you're talking about expensive cost. I said, "Oh, this looks like a dirt car." They run dirt modifieds right here. And anyway, I took it in. I was going to hang a body on it and try to sell it. And I looked more in the rules and ended up, obviously, I ran it 6 times. It was an old dirt works car. I cut the rear clip off because it was a 3-link, and I put a 4-link on it. Never drove, and never went to the track. Hadn't been to a dirt track in 15 years.
Wow.
I just, I know they're running 4-links. And, I ran it 6 times, and I'd come back and cut it up, and I put a rear clip on it, and I cut it up and put a rear clip on it. And I finally got what I thought was all right, and I sold it to, Jonathan Brown. I sold it to his brother.
Oh, okay.
And
Bubba.
Yep.
Bubba Brown.
And then I don't know where it is now, but then I jigged one up and built that one, and then I ran it a little bit, and I had a better idea and jigged up another one, and I ran it a little bit. Then I jigged up one I got this year. Or last year, actually, and my son has the middle one. Colin Duggins, Birdman had the other one, the first one. Now Colin Duggins has got the other one. He's getting close to running it. So
I gotta say, real quick, the fondest memory I have of you was at 311. You and Bobby Jones on the front straightaway. Man, that was one. Oh my God, that was one of the best races I've ever saw in my whole entire life, dude. And I think it was your first win in your face chassis.
Yes, it was my first win.
Yeah.
Since getting back into it. Yep.
Oh my God, that was an awesome race, man. I ain't kidding.
Well, it was great. The thing is, me and Buck was running second. Me and Buck raced harder, I think, than me and Bobby did.
I think y'all did.
And I got Buck on a restart.
Yeah.
And then Bobby and I had a little run in. Well, to be honest with you, I never had a problem with Bobby, but apparently he has a problem with me. So he got me in the lead at Friendship. And anyway, and so I had never tried to get him back or anything. It's one of the deals where you just kind of wait.
Yeah,
And in the back of my mind, like, well, I'm not just going to go out there and wreck you the next day, the next race. To me, my dad taught me it's got to mean something. And I'm not wrecking. I don't want to plant anybody in the wall, but if I move you up or get by, it'll like, okay, you'll know that's for. Right. And I want my dad told me a long time ago when I first started racing, you get in their wallet. You got your point across.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you cost them some money, you take them out of the lead, it's going to be $1,500, or you cost a wallet, and they'll remember that.
Yeah.
And so I work too hard. I know how it is. I hate to tear. I hate to tear somebody else's car up because I know,
Yeah.
It just takes too much work to do that crap. You know
absolutely.
what I mean? And but he tried to wreck me down the back straightaway, and he said he didn't, but that's fine. My hood not on the car and the flat tire says he did, and then and I come all the way back to the tail and caught him, and I had 3 laps to wreck him.
Yeah.
I never touched him.
Yeah.
And
then last lap.
The thing is the first time I tried, I got him on the outside. The second time, I got him on the outside.
Yeah.
And he drove into me. Then that's fine. To be honest with you, he was hot. He come down, and Victor Lincoln, you stand there, and he was mad. And I'll be honest with you, I would have shook his hand because I was like, "Hey man, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
That was like Ricky Craven and Kurt Busch. You know what I mean? So, but I've talked to him since. I called him later. Like, hey, I just let you know. I mean, I didn't touch it. He ran to me twice, and but he still had a problem. But it's okay. We all get hot, and sometimes it's. I had a friend. I will never say his name. I had a friend of his, good friend of his, tell me he was just embarrassed.
Right.
Because I got him. And
it wasn't nothing to be embarrassed about.
Well, I didn't say about it because we all listen. If you don't strap in your car, I think you're going to win. Then you shouldn't strap in.
That's right.
And if you think, yeah, he's a good driver, but you ask me, that's like Jeff Parsons is a great driver. But when I get my helmet on, I'm the best driver there is. And if my dad taught me that, he said, you don't think so, you ain't. When I first started driving, he helped me with the car. He said, you ain't driving my car.
Oh yeah.
And so.
If you don't think you're going to win, what's the use even cranking your car?
So at that point, because he got beat, and I'm not here bashing Bobby out. I mean, I talked to him. If I see the track,
Bobby's a hell of a driver. He's on the road right now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I didn't say he's a bad driver, but that day, I ended up being a better one. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly
and
right.
I've lost many of them because I suck. You know what I mean? So it's just.
I wouldn't say all that. But that was one. That was. Man,
that was great. It was great, and I had. It was cool. Because it was just me, my son, and his best friend Ryan.
Yeah,
we were there.
I remember with many of y'all.
Well, that's all I usually had.
Yeah.
And I've been there like we was at Air Raid last year. I went there and I get there and I pull in there. Everybody's, you by yourself? I was like, well, somebody will show up hopefully. And Chris Joy, they always check on me. Leonard B. Harris, the fence company.
Yeah.
James Higgins, his dad.
Yeah.
They always come down. I've been in my car. And I said, hey, can you unplug the battery charger? Can you check my air pressure? And I went out there and we sit on the pole. And my son gets there. I'm like, hey, man, y'all can sit the stairs.
Yeah, there you go.
It's all done. I'm good. But he had to work. You need to have to work. Friday nights are hard for people. And it's nothing like it used to be, man. My dad, when I grew up, man, everybody and their brothers at my dad's, that was 90% of it was racing during the week. It was doing this stuff kind of like we're doing, talking.
Yeah.
And then, usually out of 6 people come by, one person might know exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
But it's still just a camaraderie. But now there's so many other things that occupy your time with it.
Absolutely.
It ain't, it's cliche, but it ain't like it used to be.
It's not.
That's one of the things we talked about at Gann's, because Big Al was talking about when my uncle had a car, there's 12, 15 of us every week at the racetrack in the pits. Yeah. Now it's 2 or 3 people per car, and it's a big difference.
It's terrible, man. But it's like the president said. The things going on the way they are, I mean, you kids ain't interested in it no more. And I'm not saying all kids, but most kids. And they want to play games. They want to, on their Xbox or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
When I was of age, I wanted to be at 311 Speedway. That's where that was my Xbox or whatever. And I think that's got a whole lot to do with it too, because they just ain't there no more. You know what I mean? And it's sad. It really is, but it is what it is. And it's good. We got people like JV. You spent time with your son, and so and JP and Cambridge and Hopper and Clay Shoemake. That's the future. And
Kendall Bullens.
Right. And so I mean, the older guys, like you moved up. Well, I ain't gonna say up from a mod, because mods, are great racing. And I don't know if moving up to a late model I keep saying moving up, but is it moving up from a mod or is it moving down from a mod? I mean,
it's probably.
He says it's just different.
It is, and you're exactly right.
It's
Because we had this conversation. Who I talked to Saturday at the races. I had, gosh, I can't remember who I was talking to, but it's racing, man.
It's
you know
racing.
what I mean? And I wouldn't say it's moving down going to late model. It's definitely. I would say they're just different. They're just different.
Right, right.
I think I'm actually surprised how, and I don't take it for granted either, that we've been pretty fast right off the bat, but in the late model. But that mod, man, because of that tire, they're just so that they're probably a little harder to drive overall, but a late model is harder to figure out.
Right.
It is so finicky. You drop a bar, they don't have a whole, like an inch hole, they got like a half million. You drop it one day, it's like, oh my God, that's terrible.
Yeah.
And so it's harder to try to find that feel, at least the feel that I'm looking for.
Right.
I've learned through this that apparently, I'm 50.
Yeah.
So I have that old school. Apparently, most people like to draw. These kids like to drive off the front end, I like to feel that. I like to feel the,
Yeah.
My son would think, man, your nose is about this far off the ground. Where somebody was like, yeah, but I'm freaking second quick.
Yeah.
I said I can feel the right rear is all I'm worried about. I don't care what.
And you're talking about old school. That's what Buster Cole told Scotty Bullen the first time he ever got in a race car.
Yeah.
He grabbed a hold of his steering wheel while he was sitting in staging. He says, "You know how to drive this car, boy?" He says, "You drive it with your ass."
Yeah. Right.
Yep.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Yep.
And that's just by the feel of the car.
It's hard not to drive off your nose, but that shows a good race car driver right there. And you saying it just makes me, assures me what I already knew, that you're a good race car driver. So.
Well, I appreciate it. I don't know. Like I said, out of the car, I don't say too much. Y'all know that. And most people are right in Facebook land. I'll post a picture, or most of the time other people post the pictures if we win or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't get into at the races. I just try to. Now, listen to a funny story. My buddy Scott might be on here.
Big Deborah just jumped in here.
Oh, yeah.
Right rear is the feeling I like too.
We're not talking
absolutely.
about anything up your butt. We're talking about
Look out now.
in your butt.
So, but on race day, man, I'm like, and Big Deborah, he knows because we talk a lot. Just throughout the years, we become friends.
Yeah.
I mean, he coaches baseball. His son too. We talk about that half the time.
That's right.
But on race day, like we park right next to each other the first few times, and I don't even talk to her. I get like
tunnel vision.
I try to be. I'll say this to the people, but I get my wife now, when I first started racing again, when I met her, I wasn't racing. I was working on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then, 5 or 6 years ago, whatever it was, I got back into it. Because I just run 10 or 12 times a year. I don't run every weekend.
So this friendship deal, perfect.
It was perfect. Yeah. And so my best friend, Scott, we've been friends since we were, him and Kenny, we've been friends since we were 13 or 14, somewhere in there, 10th grade. And he told my wife, he says, you're going to see Preston's going to be a different person on race day because I get like, I may be smiling like you're talking to me sometimes, but I go ahead and tell you this. People probably won't talk to me anymore, but if it's close, to me getting in the car, like I'll be in the car 2 divisions out.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting in the car cinched down. That's just
kind
of I don't like talking. I don't like people going up.
Right.
And I like to say, hey, but I'm like, oh, please don't go over here because I'm like, and if you see my helmet on, don't come over there.
No deal.
So that's just how I get, man. I can't help it, but it's just my son knows all too well, and talking about the future sport. That's why everybody kept asking, how come he ain't in the car? Over the years, I said, because he's going to learn how to, when he gets in the car, I used to tell him, you go to our toolbox and get every tool you need, and not just grab the whole toolbox. Get every tool that you, and take this car apart, you can drive the car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You're going to learn how to build them, put it together, you tear it up, fix it, and that's not, that's why he just started, because it took him a while this winter, and he paid for 90% of it. I help him here or there, and I said, I ain't working on it if you ain't working on it.
You know, and that's one thing I was going to mention. Me and Dalton Jacobs' shop's just 10 minutes from here.
Okay.
And so I get in there and I hang out a lot. And I know he is the same way, dude. He can take that car apart. He can take it, you know, whatever he needs to do. He can put it back together. Jameson McBride, same thing. Jameson's been brought up by his dad. His dad told me, Jamie, he said, Jameson buys everything on this race car with his money that, you know, he earns over the summer and stuff. And he takes everything off that race car. If it tears up, Jameson fixes it. Of course, he's got help. You know, he's got a lot of help with him. But, you know, that's impressive. JP's a fine young man, and he come up to me at Fayetteville talking to me. And so he's going to be a good race car driver. He's going to be a real good race car driver.
Cambridge is learning the same thing.
Yeah.
With Philip Gans.
Yep,
absolutely. Right. He did real. He finished 6th or 7th in Fayetteville. He did real good.
I think he finished 7th.
Yeah. And funny story, I don't know. Yeah, you know, you were standing there, I think, at Fayetteville. JP come up to me. He was like, dude, I need some decals. We need to get faster. So I give him some Backstretch decals. I said, man, they're going to pick you up who 10th. Preston went out and won.
That was a good weekend. That was a good weekend.
And that was like 2 weekends in a row you won, right? Fayetteville, the Colossal was the next Saturday. So
that was good.
Yeah, no doubt. So speaking of the Colossal and Fayetteville, and I think we talked a little bit about it outside. What's your most favorite win, man? I mean, you've had asphalt wins, you had now dirt wins. What's your most memorable moment?
Oh gosh, memorable moment was probably on asphalt. We ran third in a 200 lap race with the who's who of late models, and at that time on asphalt, 2003, and it was right after Martinsville. So all the people from Martinsville, the big race model, come down. There's 33 cars, I believe. We ended up third. The cool thing was we had to do a pit stop qualifying. We did like the Winston. We come in and had to do a pit stop. Yeah. And L.W. Miller, I don't know if this is how old I am. L.W. Miller, who's married to Kelly Earnhardt Jr.'s sister.
Oh, yeah.
He was still running modifieds, and his crew, along with a couple of my guys, changed my tires for the pit stop. And I think this ended up 14th or whatever. I didn't have a crew. I drove it some way, but we still didn't have a pit crew to change tires. And
that Tate pit crew.
Yeah, we ended up third in the race. We ended up third, and Rusty Wallace's boy won, Steven. And Wayne Grove, who drove the Busch Series, he was second. So I said, well, we were first in class. Hey, I'll tell you what. Who was the guy interviewing like you do? It was Bad Brad.
Brad.
Yeah, I got a picture of me.
Bad Brad Smith.
Sure enough. And I got a picture of me in the front straight. He was interviewing me. But
speaking of who is the best person you've ever been interviewed by? I mean,
wink, nod.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know, but I'll be honest with you. You interviewed me and several times, and then like they were interviewing me at the Colossal, and it is embarrassing hearing myself talk. Probably right now, I'll go back and watch this and like, God, what a fool. I'm not.
You're doing great.
I was like, God, because there was a guy in front of mine that sent me a thing, and Kyle Larson was talking. They're interviewing him at the Colossal because he was on the stage with him. He was right there.
Oh, really?
And they're interviewing him for like a TV thing, and I'm over here with the loudspeaker, and all you hear is my big dumb self out loud over talking, and you can't even hear Kyle. I was like, God, that's embarrassing right there.
Man, that was cool. That was one of the cool moments, dude. Well, I know we were jumping up and down here at the house because I didn't go, but I watched it.
Man, I've had, and I'm not a big luck guy, but I've had so many things that, like, so many races I should have won throughout the years. And like every racer does, I guess, but stupid stuff happened to me, and so we're going on, and I swear, I got to give you the 5 to go, and I was telling my son the other day, I never count my whole book. When they give you 5 to go, I can't help it.
Yeah.
4, 3, and Fayetteville, I missed it. I was like, dang. Because I think this should be the checker. That was the white. I was like, we went extra lap. But I knew we had to bring a team the caution come out, and I was hoping it should have been the white. And the caution came out. I was like, it's today. It's Charlotte. Like I mentioned, Martinsville, the late model race they have in Martinsville. Yeah. If you run a 5th for that transfer spot, and you're getting clocked. Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know who was behind me, and I was whoever was in the 14, and I never raced with him, and I was like, here we go, and we took off, and I knew I drove I'll tell my secrets, but I know it was an asphalt trick. I was telling son about. I drug the brake. I said, he's gonna collect me if I can drag the brake. It'll set the car.
Yeah.
And so hopefully he won't spin me out.
Right.
And he clocked me, and I turned sideways, but I didn't spin all the way out, and I stayed at least second. And I caution come out. I was like, "Thank you, Jesus."
That saved you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I knew it. Yeah, and the cool thing about racing is, and the bad thing about racing is, it is the most humbling sport there is.
Yep.
Again, I'm a big baseball guy, and that's probably second. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because you could hit a grand slam and still lose the game.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but as far as racing, is you win today, and then tomorrow you're in a B main, don't even make the show.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
And then you never know when you've won your last race.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You never know.
That's right.
So every one I relish every one of them.
Yeah.
It takes me about Tuesday. The guy I'm driving for, Mitchell Harrell, we got the guy. I told him, and because all the guys, my best friend, like I said, people around me in my small circle know, but it'll take me till Tuesday, whether I win or wreck or fall out or run fifth, it don't matter, till like I don't know if you call it decompress. You can ask my wife. We were sitting on the couch. She goes, "You're thinking about the race car." I was like, I just my wheels turn until about Tuesday. I'm over the weekend, and I'm on to whether I win or lose. That's just the way I am.
I used to be like that with fishing. I used to fish tournaments a whole lot, and I would sit at home and I would think, what did I do wrong, or what did I do right? You know what I mean? And so I know I feel you.
Hey, yes, I'll get up in the middle of the night if I got to pee or something, and there's a notepad or thing, and I'm like, oh yeah. I'll write down something to do in the car because I might forget what I was like. Hey, well, I can build that, or let me move that, and I'll write just like one word or two words. So I got this morning. I'm like, what is this? Oh, I know what that is.
Yeah.
More times than not, they don't work. That's but I'll try it.
Hey, you don't know till you try it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not. I'm not scared to try something.
Yeah. So. And that's what I told Dalton not too long ago. He was talking about, Dalton's having a hard time right there getting around friendship. He'll admit that. But I told him I just throw the kitchen sink at it, and see what happens, and pretty much that's what he does.
Hey, well, I think all the me and Chris George talked about
speaking of Chris George, he says I watch my videos at least 100 times from Saturday to Saturday.
Absolutely. I don't have videos, but I watch the Chris videos.
Yeah,
I did watch Chris had the bumper cam this weekend. I was behind it. I seen it. I was like, look at that joker.
Dude, your car. That's what I was going to tell you. Oh, man, speaking of that, I hate to cut you off.
Go.
You got me excited. Your car looked like it was getting ready to flip over, dude. I'm like, yeah, look at pressing out that thing.
Well,
it was digging.
Again, I ain't afraid to try stuff. So I don't think I've ever, and I'm being serious, and this doesn't make me good or bad. I'm just saying I don't think I've ever been to the track the same every time I go.
Really?
Never you
don't have a baseline.
I sort of do, but especially the mod, man. I go there and every time. James Higgins, his daddy come down and said the other day, we was fastest in practice, and he comes down, he's like, tell me you're not changing something. Because they go with me, or they see me at the track. I said, y'all, they don't miss it. If there's two dirt races in one day, somehow they make it to both of them. Then the dirt, they go from dirt race. And so I always see them. They always know, because I told you earlier, they've helped me before when I had nobody there. And I was like, well, we'll see what happens. I've changed everything under this checker. Because I was like, man, you won. And I was like, well, I didn't lap the field, though. And that's my, if I can lap the field, I might be happy. That's everybody's goal, right? Yeah, that's right. That's what keeps you going back, And if you build your own stuff, it adds, my mod isn't, it's the best that I can make it.
Yeah.
I can't call nobody. I don't run every weekend, so I was never able to call Shaw or Elite or whatever and ask them, tell them it's doing this, this, and this. I had to figure it out.
Yeah.
And it's actually, so you do run it is actually a little more satisfying.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, I'll be honest with you, if I won the lottery, I'd probably just buy some stuff because I'm getting old, man. I go to the toolbox now instead of getting a screwdriver. I get every tool I think I might need because when I get on the creeper, it hurts to get back up.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you there. Oh, so Benji's come out with a double nickel.
Oh yeah.
So maybe a Fate's late model chassis.
No, I've been asked about that. It's not that I couldn't build one, but I want to run up front. You know what I'm saying? So, I was like,
well, you proven you can run up front.
There's engineers. I was asked about that. It's like, but from the firewall back, I got it. But the front, build a spindle. Now, I've jigged the spindles because I tear up the bumper. I just build my bumpers for the Longhorn.
Yeah.
Just trying to get stuff from them. It's tough.
Well, and Philip Gann, he built it.
Yeah. Well, see, my son used to work. I told you, he worked a Longhorn for about 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
He was just a welder. He welded up the chassis and stuff. He wasn't in the setup or anything like that.
Yeah,
And, people would call me, "Can you get this?" Like, man, that dude is like the lowest guy on the totem pole. And I actually, and I'm not boasting at all. I'm just saying I have, if you knew me really well, I have all these questions. I'm like, well, what is this? What is this? What is this? And I want to know every little thing about, well, what's the degree to A-frame?
Yeah.
Well, what's the kingpin inclination of the spindle and all this other stuff. And I asked my son, I said, well, this is this spindle, and there's a number on it. I said, well, ask him what this is. Well, nobody knew. I texted him, hey, ask him the degree of the ball joint. I built my own top. I messed with Chris Joyce a while back. I said, you're going to want one of my top A-frames because I've already changed the top A-frames on the Longhorn. And
so you're actually
so what I want it to be, what I think it should be.
Yeah.
But I asked him, I said, hey, what's the degree if they got the ball joint in it? And they said, they just buy it from Hal. I was like, well, that's not helping me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just had to figure it out. And but building spindles and the front end geometry is always, they got Kevin Rumley, they got engineers doing that stuff. Yeah. Listen, man, I barely made it through high school. I'm not an engineer.
That's hard to
know what I mean?
Right there,
so
he says, y'all got to remember, I run in burning houses.
That's right. Yeah. Like I said, I run. Yeah, everybody else was running out. I'm running a burning building.
Yeah. Hey, I love what is it? Dang. I had a good joke too, and I can't even remember the name of the show. What's the name of the show on NBC? You know the name.
Chicago Fire?
Huh?
Chicago Fire?
Chicago Fire, yeah.
I don't watch. Well, actually, I do. My wife watches some. I'll say we're going to watch it.
Greensboro Fire.
Greensboro Fire.
You need to make a
Greensboro
Fire.
No, it's not. I got 3 years left, and I'm getting out of that job.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, Randy Pop, he was High Point Fire.
Man, I was bad. I heard. I seen Randy broke his arm.
Yeah. I called him. He wasn't out there. He's like,
well, he probably got.
Yeah.
He got a broke arm.
I never heard if it was his hand, his wrist, or his arm.
It looked like his. He had a picture of it.
It looked like a wrist, but prayers for Randy Pop for a speedy recovery on that one.
Yeah.
Definitely send the prayers up for Randy. Man, so I've been at you for like 30 minutes now, so I'm gonna let you off the hook. I know you got some sponsors and stuff, right?
Yes, sir. Well, the deal with Mitchell coming about because I worked on his modified some last year at the end of the year, and he ended up getting his late model, and asked me if I wanted to if I drive it, and I was like, "Yeah, good for you. Let's do it.
I'm not too old yet."
So I can't get. I may be remiss to go. Obviously, I've only driven a couple of people, and so I was I've done some of my own things for so long. I was, make sure. We talked like 5 times. To be honest with you, 5. I think we talked on the phone once, and we met several times, 3 or 4 times, at East Coast Wings off Peach Creek Parkway in Winston, and talked about things. And I want to make sure we was on the same deal. So Mitchell Harrell, I got to thank him, obviously, because I'm driving his car, and it's like a dream come true, and cool thing is he kind of leaves it up to me, like, where you want to race at. Because I don't like racing the same track every weekend anyway. I don't run every weekend, but I like to, even with my mod, I'd go everywhere. With West Virginia to Georgia, wherever.
Yeah.
And I'd save up my money, say, this is where we're going, and go. So he has Sure Thing charters, Sure Thing, THANG.
Mm-hmm.
They're in Charleston. You look them up, Google them. That's his best bud. So I know lots of people go to the shore fishing.
Yeah.
And you need to get with that cat. He does flatlands, offshore, he does it all.
No, okay.
So see him, and then Salvage America through Mitchell's business. He knows this guy, all your recycling stuff out of Greensboro, not far from here. You can, if you got scrap, take it, they're gonna pay you for it.
Right.
Why wouldn't you go there and get paid, man?
That's right.
I'm
gonna tell Mike Paul.
Hey, come on. That's a whole nother show. Well, my son just took his scrap. That's why he bought a couple tires. He took all the scrap and got tire money, man.
That's right.
And and Ryan, my son's best buddy, he's a good friend of mine now too. I still look at him as little because I'm old.
Yeah.
And they're in their 20s. He's got Ryan's detailing. He just started that business. He's had it on the side. And I'm telling you, even if I didn't know the cat, you need to see that guy if you want your car detailed.
There you go.
You can look on Facebook. He is unbelievable. He does ceramic coating and everything now.
That's what I want to get her car done.
Yes, sir. He's done some motorcycles. I got a Harley. He's gonna try to get into my Harley. It's outstanding.
A Harley. I ain't
no. Harley's
just a fireman.
Hey, look, I traded. I restored an old Jeep. It took me 3 years, and I traded the Jeep. I made it too nice. And I was scared. I'm like, I can't take it off road. So I traded it.
Yeah.
And here's the short story. I was going to sell the Harley. I never had a motorcycle. I had a dirt bike. Never had a street bike. And I spit shined it and took pictures. It's still on my camera. I was going to put it on Craigslist and just flip it, and I was like, shoot, I rode it down the street. I was like, you can't have a Harley not ride it. So I drove it into my street and then and then an hour and a half later, I was like, this is all right. So I still got it. Oh, the thing is, the wife don't let me ride in it. If if I crank it up, she's supposed to be on the back.
Yeah,
she likes it more than me.
She don't want her good looking press.
No. Well, listen, you see my wife. Y'all see my wife. She's a little bit. She had a Harley before I did.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. So you would never look at her, you would not know that.
We got a Harley chick, man. I never knew.
The friend who introduced us had a Harley. We was over at their house one day, and she was going to ride. She was going to ride. He said, "You want to ride?" I said, "Sure." And she got on there and she looked, and then she turned the gas on. It was an old one and cranked up. I was like, "Yeah, that's my girl. That's my girl right there." So we're going to marry. Absolutely. But yeah, and see, Ryan, we got my best friend. He has compressed air pros. Is on the car. If you have he mainly does big shops. Like you go in a body shop and all the air ran down. Oh yeah. He put all these air systems. They don't have to be big body shops. They can be woodworking, furniture, anything like you want air running your shop. He can design. That's what he does. Cool. And he actually, see, like Ryan's, he just comes and helps out. Because he's my mom's been with us, and Scott, he owns compressed air pros. This is my best bud. The flat trailer I built, or I carried my modified on. It's just a flat. That was his contribution when I started racing again. Oh, yeah. Cool. He paid for it. I built it. And then he come to help out of the track. I don't really have.
Well, that's good. I mean,
I don't have people forking you money, or forking me money, anything like that. On the mod side, I'll be honest to goodness, I'm not sure what they're doing for me. Mitchell knows the guys are good friends. They help out in some sort of way here and there. Where the trailer that we pull the late model with. That was an enclosed trailer that Mitchell had. He got the late model. We borrowed Chris Joyce's open trailer to go get the late model. And we didn't have a trailer. It wouldn't fit in it. It would go in it, but the nose, and so the sides were too wide. So it would come out of being a fisherman. It was like a barb. It wouldn't come out. Yeah. So you can't afford to go buy another. I said, well, I can cut that one up. So I just cut it up and made it half open. We love it. It's half open. It's easy to load.
I love that trailer, dude. I love an open trailer, but
I do too. Cool. So we try, we try to build everything we can. And So who else? Who else? I'm hoping I can forget somebody. Right, we got Seb's Transmissions. Caleb Fulp or Jeff Bender at Seb's Transmissions. He helps me out. He does with our transmissions. I took him up there several times, and he didn't charge much. He just said just put Seb's in the car. So I did.
That's cool.
My wife's business, Advanced Skin Therapy in Clemens. So hopefully a bunch of women are watching. Especially I'll say this is perfect advertising because the dirt track. You get all dirty. Go see my wife. She does all skincare stuff.
Okay.
Google it. She has a website. I think it's advancedskinofclemens.com. I'm probably wrong. She'll kill me. But just Google Advanced Skin Therapy of Clemens. It'll come up. She does permanent makeup. It's like tattooing.
What?
But for women's like lips and eyes.
No,
I'm telling you. It's not just because of my wife, but I'm telling you, she is like one of the best around. I swear to you. And check her out. If you mention this, so she'll think, because she's like, nobody at a dirt track's going to.
Yeah.
I was like, but I'll put her name in the car, of course, because without her support, I couldn't do anything. She never complains. And, that's hard to find, right? She does not complain. She loves, this may hurt some feelings out there, but I'm quoting her. She loves watching me drive.
Yeah. She
loves that part of it. She said, to quote her, she's like, sitting through some of those other races is pure torture.
Oh, yeah.
So she, no, she loves Charlotte.
Yeah.
She loves the pit party in Charlotte.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Ask Michael Tesh about that. He still talks about that here. I
always say behind every good race car driver is a good woman. So.
She didn't know anything about racing when she met me. The first race I took her to, where I'm from Florida, obviously, Jacksonville, just outside Jacksonville, I took her to Daytona.
Oh,
so and then her second race was Mcbride Stadium. So she went from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows. And
that's a culture shock.
Yeah. She goes, "This is a racetrack?" I was like, "Well, it's entertainment. It's not racing."
Yeah.
So, but she likes the dirt. I went to the Mcbride last week for the first time, and since I took her 10 years, 10 or 11 years, and it's like I never missed it. I was like, still have the guy down there shooting a rod. Everybody comes by. And I was like, yeah. So I'll probably go for another 10 or 20 years.
I've never been.
You ain't
never been.
You hadn't missed anything.
Chris Carter been on me wherever trying to get me to go, and just not my. Yeah.
Again, we talked about earlier about wrecking cars and stuff. It pained me to watch them tear up those cars.
Yeah.
On purpose, knowing how hard you got to work.
Oh God, yeah.
To put it back all back together.
Man.
And to go out and do it again the same thing. It just,
man.
It's just terrible. To be honest with
you. Yeah. We'll stick to dirt.
Yeah.
So, but thank you, man. I appreciate you coming hanging out with us
today, man.
Dude, and finally got to sit down and talk to you, and I like you even more now.
Well, you always try to be, not too much gets us down. Life's too short to be grumpy all the time.
That's right. That's right.
Complaining and everything like that. I always try to have a blast at the races.
I'm a huge Preston Blake.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
And it's fun for me because I know some of the guys that worked with me at the fire department, and I get to hear the stories that everybody else gets to hear.
Well, we showed up at 311 before, and he'd say styles of line. And when we first get to know him, he said something to me. I can't remember what that was. And I was like, I looked at him like, oh, and your wheels are going. I'm like, oh my God. What is he?
It was probably Kenneth.
Yeah. It was, I was like, he goes, so I was like, yeah, I work with him. I was like, oh, this is not good.
What goes on at the fire department is supposed to stay at the fire department. Well, let's give away something, man. Let's give away a hat here.
Wait, you can give away. Hey, listen, before you go to the hat, because I got one more. Make sure the hat reminded me of the shirts. We're just getting some work shirts. I don't have like fancy shirts from well, I guess it's first place from Travis.
Yeah,
from Stokes Apparel.
But also made me think. Make sure y'all. You's on here already. Randy's Custom Lettering.
Yes.
That they're another sponsor. They've done all my cars. They always try to talk me into wraps. I'll tell you a cool story. I went to get. I said, I'm just like the numbers.
You're right.
And I said, because I'm like, y'all see my cars.
Yeah.
We're not wrecked, but there's, Mitchell was like, you need to put another side of the late model. I said, no, maybe she's just broke in.
Yeah,
he said, well, you can't read the numbers. I was like, it's a beauty, man. It's a beauty. That's, and so they taught me, like last year, they tried to get me taught me to a rack. I was like, I don't want a rack, just get a number. And because ended up somebody come by and paid for it.
Right.
And like, he goes, well, somebody's paying for it. I was like, what? And he didn't know, I think I ever called him, but Kevin Slade did it.
Oh.
And so I'm telling him now, over a year later, I appreciate it, brother.
And,
Randy's custom letter, because I forgot to say them in Colossal, at the Colossal 100.
Yeah.
And because I'm looking at his name at the bottom right now, I almost forgot it again.
He says, we don't even put new ones on ours.
I told him weekend, we was running hard, and I was like, man, I almost got into you. Yeah. And he said, you should have got into me. I said, no, don't tell me that. Because, brothers racing, like I said, all my cars is the right size. And it just happens. I don't understand. It's a magnet for tire marks.
Yeah, that's racing.
I love it.
Must be the right side, right?
Well,
right side, you're doing something right.
Well, it don't matter to me. I mean, I've told many guys, like, hey, people's come down, man, I'm sorry I got to you. Bro, we good, man.
Yeah.
As long as all you fenced or, what I'm saying, or, my hood's missing, like we talked earlier. I mean, that's racing. That's what I signed up for. Hey. So I told Chris we ran because that was good. Hey, but that's exactly why I buckled in tonight.
Yeah, that's right. But that's cool, man. Cool stories, cool dude. Preston Blaylock guys. Don't get no nicer guys than him. I've always said that. When I first met him, I think I met you at 311 Speedway, man, and I took a liking to you then. And I appreciate you, man. I really do. But we're going to give a hat away, dude. And the question's going to be about you. So you're going to know this answer because I don't know the answer. So you're going to watch the screen. To get a first place merch hat like the one I've got on, of course, and the one Preston's got right here, might be a day I need to rub up his car up. Chris ain't going to rub nobody, man. I've been on Chris.
And I might throw Chris out there. Preston and Chris put on a show Saturday at Friendship.
I heard that.
Side by side. And what's really shocking is Chris went to the outside.
Yeah.
Because that don't ever happen. He's a bottom fisher. He's a catfishman.
Well, what happened was he actually slipped. I ain't gonna lie. He didn't slip. He caught the rut. And I jumped to the bottom, and I didn't let him get down. And I did my best. I mean, like I said, we're buzzed when we were racing. Like, I ain't gonna wreck, but I tried to hold him out there as far as I could get him out there.
Yeah, because he's scared of the top.
We almost, I was trying to get the good dirt, and we almost got collected in 1 and 2. I mean, in 3 and 4, but it all worked out.
Yeah, hey. And I'm gonna tell you that footage of Chris is cool. Yeah. Have you seen the bumper cam?
Oh, I watched it. Yeah, I seen it. So I watched it. I was at the fire station last night or yesterday, and then so I was watching it last night. And seen the big wreck. I hated that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything's all right.
Chris actually said he broke his wrist and he may be having surgery tomorrow.
Oh man.
That was
Puff.
I didn't want him to get by me.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you another thing. I always look at his Chris's stuff. He's one of my best friends, so I can mess with him. He don't take nothing serious. And but he's one of the smoothest guys in that car. If you watch his car cam, I mean, his hands are hard. And I tell him that all the time. I'm like, dude, I don't know where you got so smooth because you're ugly as all get out. But you're smooth on that wheel, man. And he is. He really is.
And Chris is his hardest critic.
He is.
Oh, yeah, I know that. Well, any good racer is. Like I said, it's just the way you are, Yeah. Oh, hey, I'll tell you, sorry, but Earl Ramey, I mentioned him at your pre-show, but I know how many more people's watching, but Earl helps with their motors. He does the motors in the late model, and I got a crate. I just got the one from Chevy in the modified. So whenever it needs to be gone through, finally, I'll take it to him too. That's a good dude. Man.
Oh yeah.
He helped us this past week. He helped us big time I was getting killed on restarts, and he put us on some stuff and told me some things to do, and we did some things, and it was right on time.
Yes, sir. It don't get no better than Earl Ramey, man. And, I got to meet Earl through Chris and him. Chris and him actually introduced me. He knew me before through the little deal we was doing on the phone show kind of deal, but then I got to meet him, and we went from there, man. And I like Earl. I think the world of him. Mm-hmm. So like, hey, we got a bunch of sponsors together, man. We're like teammates. So, do we want these first place merch hats? This is our last one. This is Travis Lawson's company. Stokes Apparel will be changing their name. Well, not changing their name. All the racing products, right, Nick?
That was my understanding. Yes.
All the racing products will come from first place merch at the beginning of the year. So you can be one of the first one, well, one of the fifth ones, because this is our fifth hat we had. So tell us what year Preston Blaylock, since he's our guest tonight, started racing.
And he's done told you how old he was when he started and how old he is now. So it shouldn't be that hard to figure out.
I wasn't good at math in school. So, so here we go. We'll say who was listening. That's the thing about it. Oh, my God. Chris Short said, my God.
1925. He just missed it.
Never heard, but 2013. No, JD, you.
No.
Yeah, you're way off.
Yeah.
Bill Link, good night in the morning.
No, Bill. They wasn't listening, was they?
No.
Can you give me a hint?
Let's let them suffer a little bit longer. 1951. My God, Brandy. Oh wait,
No.
that's 9 years.
9 years. We're actually looking for the years.
Yeah, the year. 2003, 1992.
Oh, who's that? They were close.
Who's that?
Okay. So
That one?
Tate.
That's Noel.
Yeah.
They're close.
Noel said 92.
So she's close. Chris says 94.
94.
94 moved up here.
Yep.
So I was racing before I moved up here.
93. JD
93.
says 93.
Who's that? JD. He just guessed. He's
91.
yeah. That's it.
91.
That's it.
JD Strader is your
Missed
winner.
JD Strader. Yep.
JD Strader. Well, look at all the people coming. Thank y'all for playing. Maybe we'll have some more gifts next week.
Stay tuned. We'll give one more thing away tonight.
Oh, really? What we gonna give
We'll
away?
give away on the Backstretch shirt.
Oh, you want to give away on the
We will.
Backstretch shirt?
We'll do some results and then we'll do it.
All right, we're going to do some results and then give away on the the Backstreet Boys tour edition shirt on the Backstretch shirt. So, JD,
you can pick it up at the house.
yeah,
or I
you
can
pick
bring
it up
by
at
to
Nick's. Yeah, he'll be closer to you than I am.
or at the racetrack.
Yeah. Travis Lawson, I need my hat. Track, you ain't getting no hat, Chris.
He said, "Yes, I finally won something."
JD's got a great looking car.
He does
He
have a
does.
great looking car. Yeah. I've always liked yellow and red. And Brandon Tucker's still guessing.
Well, I like JD's number 98. But the asphalt car I drove was 98.
Really?
Yeah. So
So there you go. And the Barn Burner's not number 98.
no, he's 86.
86.
86. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And he made his debut last.
He did.
Saturday.
He did.
Brandon's
Chris
great.
Joyce.
They're great people. He lives down
They
the
are.
street. He's not far from me, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, not many people's out where I live in North Davidson. But
Yeah.
he's out that way.
Oh, okay. His wife actually photographed our wedding. So,
Rebecca?
yeah,
Rebecca.
yeah, she sure did. And
I ain't sure what that is for Travis Lawson. Says Chris Joyce, you got it. Didn't have time to get into the bowl that last week.
Travis, don't give him no hat. Make him pay for it. It's getting better every time out. Just got to get these American racers. Get off these American. Oh, my God. Yes, you got to get off of them things. Preston is the man. Brandon Hall.
Brandon Hall.
Brandon Hall.
Wild
Look at
child.
there. Oh, my God.
I've bugged a lot of people when I got his late model. And I've bugged Chris Joyce. I've bugged Brandon Hall. Bugged Michael Tesh with millions of questions.
Yeah.
Or at least
yeah.
thousands anyway.
Hey, you don't get. That's the thing about it. You don't know until you get that question. Ask the question. Right?
Hey, I'm not afraid to ask anything.
Me neither. Chris said I'll pay for it. Yeah, right. Well, we're at kind of point now where we're going to talk about friendship.
Preston, you're welcome to stay while we go through
Yeah.
the results. Or if you need to roll on, you can. It's up to you.
Absolutely, whatever you want to do, brother.
Well, I mean, what are y'all going to talk about?
We're going to talk about.
I just wonder what you're going to,
Hey, we're going to talk about.
You going to talk about elephant in the room? If you're not,
Brandon Hall says, I'll return the favor with the modified.
There may be some discussion about the elephant in the room.
I can take it. It took me I mean, I didn't realize how far you were from where I live.
Oh, really?
I actually got to go down there and start because I can't get to my house from here.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding.
What? I was like, what? 29's right there, dude.
Yeah, I'm about an hour and 10 minutes from the house. So.
Are you in Winston?
I'm just south of Winston in North Davis.
Okay. So
I'm a quarter, my shop where my son's shop, where the car stays is about a quarter mile from Richard Childress' house.
Oh, okay. Good day. Yeah. So you're close.
I mean, his shop's in Welcome. I'm in the middle of I got a Clemens address.
Yeah.
But I'm not in Forsyth County. I'm in Davis County. I'm really in the middle of nowhere. They just gave me a Clemens address.
Did you come 158 down?
No, it took me
40, 29.
It took 40, 20. I thought it'd been eat quicker, but it was like almost 20 minutes longer that way. Yeah.
Well, 311 Speedway is 30 minutes from here. So
yeah.
Bill Link says, "Hell, we're neighbors."
Yeah, Bill Link lives over there in Welcome.
Oh, really?
And Welcome, yeah.
Oh, wow.
He sure does.
I live off Frybridge Road and shops off Muddy Creek Road.
There you go, Bill. You go help the man. He needs some help, and you ain't doing nothing.
Hey, he's been helping Billy Thompson.
Has he?
Yep.
I ain't seen him.
Said
He
he's
won't
been.
call me.
I heard he's been going to the racetrack with Billy Thompson. So
I call him. He won't call me. So he must be. I must be the one who made that post on Facebook about it. I don't know.
Well, y'all do the results.
Yeah, we're gonna do results.
I'll let y'all have it.
Okay, man. Well, thank you for coming in, dude.
Absolutely.
And we
Thanks for
appreciate
having
you. And we'll be pulling for you.
I'm trying to make a big fool of myself.
No,
no,
you done
you
great,
good.
dude. You done great.
I do.
Preston Blaylock, ladies and gentlemen.
See ya?
And well, like I say, one of the nicest guys in the pit. Hell of a race car driver. So
Yeah.
he's always smiling. Always.
yep, that's right. And he'll lend anybody $100 if they come ask you. Oh, you know.
I do. I don't know about the money, but I do try to help. For a little bit of trailer we have, it's always a joke with us. I have for the mod. I have just about every part. A guy actually at Charlotte wanted to know if I just happened. He was asking me kind of a joke if he had an engine. I said, I actually do. And Charlotte, Justin Taylor
actually
engine
used his engine, yeah,
and ran the sick guy. So
that's the kind of fellow you are.
well,
because his didn't have the correct seals or something, wasn't it?
yeah, I don't even remember.
Yeah.
He parked next to us and he used it. And,
You are the man.
it just, all right,
All right, dude. Thank you, man.
Yeah, thanks, Nick.
Appreciate you.
Thank
brother.
you.
All right, man.
Thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
You put 2 more decals on that race car, it's gonna pick you up a half a second. So.
I'll do it. I'll put 4 on there.
Thank you, Preston.
Thanks, Preston.
I'm trying to see if Bill won't share no info.
Yeah, Bill knows all the info and he won't share it. Daggone it.
This is what do you know?
That was
What do you
pretty
want to
fun,
know, Brandon? That's what he wants to know.
That was pretty fun right there, man. Preston was a good dude.
Yeah, I knew he had a long ride home. He probably want to peel out a little earlier.
Yeah, because it's getting a little
Because
late.
he just worked 24 last night.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The day
So
before.
he was ready to go. We got him for about an hour or so.
And we've held about 25 to 30 viewers the whole time.
Yes. Thank y'all so much for
Brandon Hall says how to go fast.
how to go fast. Put your Earl Ramey motor in it. I know the answer to that. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
Lord.
Woo.
So, friendship Saturday night. I was not in the house Saturday night. And
I was there and busy.
and Nick was busy because he had 100. Big shout out to the Mid-East Modified and 602 late model
And 604.
604 late model series.
I think between the three of those is 103 entries.
Yeah. And the Friendship Cruise, I think it was record-breaking numbers Saturday night.
I think it was tallied up to 143 entries.
143, man. That's
6
awesome.
divisions.
That is awesome, dude. 3 divisions. How many was it?
6 divisions.
Out of 3 divisions, it was 103.
The Mid-East Modified 604 late models and 602 late models was 103 entries.
103 entries in 3 divisions. Man, what can you say? I mean, people
For a Saturday
know,
night show.
well, regular Saturday night show. Everybody knows, man, that Mitchell Coble and the crew up there are running a 100% fantastic place to race. I can't say enough about those guys. It's been a real pleasure hanging out. You don't need to go faster. Hell, you're about to tour the wall down at East Lincoln Speedway.
Oh, Lord.
Leave it to Bill Link. Damn, Brandon. Dang, Brandon. I mean, but Full moon out, man. It had to be a full moon out at Friendship Motor Speedway Saturday night.
We talking about a night where we had to have 3 B mains.
Yes, 3 B mains. And I was watching it on my race pass, and it was a caution fest.
Some of them were.
Yeah. I texted
unfortunately.
Nick. What time did I text you? It was like 1 o'clock almost.
It was a little after midnight.
Yeah. I was like, goodness gracious, man, what's going on? But they got the show in late night.
And like I said, guys, we're not going to go in the running order. We're going to go by the order that's listed out on my race pass.
Yeah.
So we know these certain ones didn't go first or second. We're just going through the list as they're listed on my race pass.
That's right.
Because I didn't have time to print off anything because I was lazy today and I was at home on vacation. And my printer's at the racetrack.
And Nick deserves a vacation. And so we'll start off with the Renegades. Renegades ran.
Not Renegades. It'd be
I got Renegades
let's
first.
see the Seahawks not first.
Yeah, I got Renegades first.
Really?
Yeah. On mine, I don't know. Yeah, I got Renegades in the modifieds.
Those are different than mine.
Really?
No, Seahawks. I don't know why Seahawks not first. It's Seahawks first on mine.
Huh.
The rest of them's right.
That's crazy.
But
All right. Well,
Southeastern Horse Association.
Yeah.
U-Cars ended up with I think it was 17 entries in U-Car. Stephen Herron won his heat race. Shane Locklear picked up the win in heat race number 2. Come feature time, pretty good racing. Top 4 or 5. Brandon Collins and Tiffany Herron rubbed some doors. She ended up second. Of course, Stephen Herron, class in the field again, takes home the win.
he's won every race up there this year.
Yes.
He has.
Tiffany Herron was second. Brandon Collins in the 13B was third. Gary Barnes was fourth. John Leopard fifth. Ronnie Hall was sixth. Joe Lawson seventh. Shane Locklear had a flat tire running second.
Oh man,
Had to go to the rear, come back to eighth, in about 3 or 4 laps. Eric Grant was ninth, and Josh Pascal rounds up to the top 10.
all right. Big crowd of them.
Bentley Cottle had a bad accident in the heat race, I believe it was, and tore his car up pretty bad. I hope they can get it back together because that young guy is really doing well. In
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He ran a strong second, I think, last time. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, Randy Pop, I tried calling you, buddy. Look there. There's Randy.
There's Randy Pop Daddy.
Pop Daddy.
Wishing you a speedy recovery. Hope you get that wrist done soon. We need you back in a race car.
Absolutely, man. We wanted to know how your wrist was. We wanted to let you know that we're thinking about you, buddy. The Purple 22, can't wait to see it back.
Yep, Jeff Bonnercastle's asking, Randy, how was your wrist?
Yes. That was a nasty spill. I seen the video, some of the video on Facebook. So, but Renegades, what I got now, Matthew Duggins, how are you doing? Absolutely, we're. In fact, we was gonna get to that, Chris. Matthew Duggins took an ugly. Well, we're not at 602 yet.
Randy Pops, this is thank y'all. He's having surgery tomorrow on his wrist.
Well, prayers for you, Randy. I just found out today that was Matthew Duggins that flipped.
Yes,
I didn't
Matthew
know that.
Duggins was the one that come upside down 602.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that a little bit when we get there.
Yeah. So,
Says Kyle tore the backstretch wall. One of the concrete barriers on the inside wall at Friendship actually fell over. They set it back up, and Mitchell ended up putting a pack car beside him just so it wouldn't come back over again.
Gracious, that's a hard hit right there.
Yeah, like I said, he took a pretty bad lick.
Yeah, man. But I got the Renegade heat. They ran 2 heat races. Looks like Nick Milstead won the first heat race, and Sean Robinson he won the second heat race. Looks like Jasper Hooker brought out his Renegade.
He did, and he ended up having some troubles.
Yeah,
so
he finished second in the second heat race.
And Sean Robertson pulled double duty.
Yes, he did. He ran Jeff Parsons 44 modified. Is that correct?
That's correct.
But he come out on top on the Renegades. I think he's won every Renegade race up there this year. Sean Robertson, Nick Milstead second, Brian Sipe Paul Visich, I hope I'm saying your name right, Paul. Jimmy Murdoch, Brandon Martin, Gary Barnes, Morgan Milstead, Jasper Hooker, and William Jones wraps up your top 10 in the Renegade series. I'd like to see more Renegades show up. I wish they would because they put on a darn good show.
I agree. I enjoy watching the Renegades. Then it was Mid-East Modifieds.
Oh, Lord.
Trey Stamper set it on the pole with quick time of 17.872. Robert Poole was second, Zach Tate third, Jake Barnacastle fourth, and Cole Wagner rounded out the top 5 in qualifying. They locked in the top 22, and everybody else went to a B main except for 2 provisionals. And I cannot remember who the 2 provisionals were at this point in time. But B feature, it was JP Blaylock picking up the win for the B feature.
Look at JP.
And he chose to start in the rear of the main instead of taking the money. Clay Shoemaker with a good run. Finished second to B main. Wade White finally got to make some laps.
Yeah.
Wade had some bad luck when he got there. The steering broke.
Oh.
He was going to load up, and somebody in the pit area come up here and fix the car for him so he could run. Wade ended up third. The young man, Kendall Bullins, he started middle of the pack. He drove it like he'd been in it for a long time. Looked absolutely flawless in B main. Props out to him for such a good run in that 151 machine.
Yeah.
Blake Hedrick was fifth. Cambridge Gann had problems after qualifying. Ended up not pushing the issue in the B main. But they did go to Fayetteville, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Matthew Duggins chiming in and says, real sore, feels like a car landed on me.
Oh, man, I guarantee it does.
Matthew, we hope you feel better soon and hope you can get that car back together. I know it was a nasty lick you took.
No doubt, Matthew. Glad you're okay, bud. Like I said, I just found out today that was you. I didn't know that. I knew a car flipped. I didn't know who it was.
So we rolled out for the A main for modifieds, and I don't know what happened. Caution fest. I think we ended up 10 laps is all we got in. It was not the best showing for the mod guys.
It was not. I agree with that.
There was 37 entries Saturday night. Like I said, top 22 made it to the feature, 2 provisionals, and of course, JP just chose to start in the rear.
Yeah. It was a shortened race, right?
Yes, 10 laps is all they got in. I think it was 40-some minutes.
Well, to clear the elephant up, and I know that's what they're wanting. There's 31 people in here.
31 people. But anyway, Trey Stamper won the race.
Trey Stamper won the race.
Jake Barnacastle was second. Third was old Buck Stevens in that 23 machine. Typhoon Ty finished fourth.
Great run for Typhoon.
Greg Brown was fifth. J.R. Davis sixth. Austin Wayne Self flew in from St. Louis.
Good run for Austin Wayne
and ended up seventh. Brandon Bentley was eighth. Larry Martin ninth. And Ryan Morgan rounded out the top 10. But I have got to give props to Can't Stop the Hop.
Yes, sir.
You'd have thought he'd have won the race. He made the feature. Run every lap he got to run, avoided all the chaos in the race.
Yep.
Finished 13th, and you'd have thought he'd have won the race.
Yeah.
He said, I didn't tear nothing up. He said, I made the show. He says, I am happy.
Right. Well,
and big props to him because he drove awesome.
That's right. And big props to Cambridge Gann. Well,
we're gonna get in the Fed a little bit later.
Yeah. Okay. But big props to Trey Stamper, man. Trey's strong. He's been getting stronger every week. Today is his birthday or anniversary? I forgot which it is. Trey Stamper.
Oh, I think it was an anniversary.
It was an anniversary. So happy anniversary, Trey. One of the good dudes in the pits.
Covey ended up 16th. JP started in the rear, ended up 17th at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Cole Wagner had some bad luck. Chase Carwell had bad luck.
So
you're going to go into the elephant in the room. We're going to
go into the elephant in the room. Okay, guys? And we're going to keep this, what we say, Nice as can be, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Our comment is on this. We don't have a comment. At least I don't. I don't know about Nick.
You talking about
The Zach Tate, Robert Poole incident.
I'll give you my honest opinion.
Okay.
As far as
I wasn't there.
I was in the tower. I don't make decisions at the racetrack, but I will tell you this. What I seen from the tower,
Right.
Tate was in the gas. He didn't lift. He turned him.
Right. And Zach admits that.
And the race director at that time, I'm not going to mention his name. Most everybody knows who he is. It was not Walls at the time.
No, it was not Jason Walls.
Poole spun. He brought the caution out. So, unfortunately, he has to go to the rear. He made the call to put Tate in the rear for the kill, as a kill rule.
And Zach told me.
And let me finish.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Tate sort of falling back to the rear. Poole hit him in the rear, pushed him all the way down the backstretch into another innocent bystander car in 3 and 4 before spinning them around. Refired and hit it and pushed him again. And I don't condone spinning anybody out. And I don't condone hitting anybody under caution, especially when there's other race cars out there.
No.
I don't agree with it. Like I said, I'm not a fan of taking a man out on purpose. Whether it was on purpose or not, I don't know. I don't drive the car. I don't see what he sees, but I can tell you what I see from the tower. Of course, y'all know, guys, I was in the tower at 311 making calls for 5, 6, 8 years. I don't know what it was. I don't like making those calls, but I don't care who you are. If you do what you've done on either side, you're going to get the same consequence. I mean, whether you spin a man out on purpose or you hit a man under caution.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in that because I seen some stuff happen at 311 when I was a whole lot younger of a man coming through the pits and hitting another car in the pits.
Absolutely.
And wiped out a whole crowd of people. And it's uncalled for. Your race car is for racing. It's not made for a weapon.
Well,
and that's where I'm going to leave out.
And here's my opinion on it. And like I said, I was not there. So my opinion doesn't matter worth a hill of beans anyway. So when you now I have talked to Zach. Me and Zach are good friends. He sponsored the show. I don't look at him as a sponsor. Let me chrome my beard out here. I don't look at him as a sponsor. I look at him as a friend. I look at Robert Poole as a friend. And I don't know Robert Poole like I know Zach, but me and Robert talk when we see each other in the pits and whatnot. And I think a lot of Robert. So I will say that before I say what I got to say. Yeah, I just got me one. So I have to comb the beard. Nervous? No, I'm not nervous. No, I comb my beard. I like to be a groomed man, Chris. I'll teach you about things like that. But anyway,
and you're right. Zach sponsors this show.
Yeah.
But if I had to make the call at the Speedway, I'd have had to make the same call that the race director does.
Absolutely.
I mean, it is what it is.
I will, and I don't know if Zach wants me to talk about this or not, but I'm gonna tell you what Zach has told me, and I'm not gonna go into the details, but Zach is very apologetic, and he knows. He told me. He said, "David, I got into him. I did. That was my mistake." He said, "I did it." He said, and I was expecting when they told us to go to the back. He said, "I had no problem with it. I was going to go to the back and like I should." And he said, and I knew that Robert was going to pay me back. I knew that, and I was expecting it. But what he was not expecting is what Robert done. He was expecting a spin out again, like, kind of hook him like Zach did him.
And that's what I said. I don't have a problem with anybody wanting to retaliate. As far as on the racetrack racing, if you put the bumper to the man and the man comes back and puts the bumper to you, it's racing.
That's racing.
I just don't see doing it under caution in that fashion.
I like the days where you got out in the pits like a man and go to the man itself and handle things like that. I do wish, in circumstances like we got this week, I wish that we did take after NASCAR a little bit and have a red trailer where you took both drivers in the trailer and sit them down. Because the comment's been made that Zach won't finish another race, going to take him out, blah, blah, blah. That's dealing with a lot of money. I mean, no matter who, you're dealing with your money, you're dealing with their money. And that's just, is a spin out worth all that?
And at the end of the day, my thing is, it should. These race cars cost too much money.
Yeah,
you shouldn't be using them as weapons.
Absolutely,
I mean, that's just my opinion.
And I'm not taking, like I say, we're not taking sides.
No sides whatsoever. Like I said, I understand Robert's frustration for what happened.
Yeah, I mean,
Zach apparently has admitted that he was wrong by turning him.
Yeah.
Like I said, and I'm with the race director. I agree with his call. His call to send both of them to the back. One for making the caution, one for causing the kill, which is pretty much dirty driving.
Yeah. And that's our take on it.
But it puts, and unfortunately, it puts people back in the stands.
That's right. I mean, and that's what Zach said that.
Yeah.
Zach said that he pulled a Bowman Gray on me. He said people loved it. He said, they were screaming. The fans were screaming. Everybody in pits screaming, clapping. He's like, it was kind of cool here. Now everybody scream and stuff. He said it was kind of like a Bowman Gray moment.
Right. Like I said, the fans went crazy. And like I said, it puts fans in the stands.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, both drivers have families. Both drivers have jobs they got to do. This is something we do for fun. I know it costs a lot of money, but at the end of the day, it's not worth getting hurt over.
Right. And like I say, they hit a bystander. And I'm not saying the guy, I don't know the guy in the 29. I can tell you his name real quick. Where's the car number at?
Chris Joyce ain't right. He says always a good mediation point is to meet with Covey.
Yeah.
He should be appointed the mediator.
Yeah, let's point Covey.
Don't need no mediator, just like I said, I know tempers were high. It's a passionate sport. Things happen at the racetrack.
Yep. Brandon Bentley. They hit Brandon Bentley's car, I think, 29.
Yes, and the race director, because it folded his quarter panel up, and there is no sheet metal pulling for Mid-East or Friendship.
Right.
He told the officials, pull his sheet metal. He was hit by
bystander.
He was bystander of something that was happening.
Yeah.
And they pulled his sheet metal.
Yeah.
That's the only reason he got it pulled.
Yeah,
is he was a victim of circumstance.
He was. And it bent their the guy actually sent Zach a message and said it bent their fuel cell up and stuff. And,
right.
I don't know Mr. Bentley or whatnot, Brandon. But let's just say he didn't have the money to fix his race car. He'd be done racing, man.
No.
Over something,
over somebody
else's
somebody's
stuff.
temper, right?
It's I don't know.
But that's that.
Yeah,
we're gonna move on to 604 late models, 35 entries.
Ooh, Daddy Rabbit. Let me get away here. Okay, I gotta catch up with you.
Oh, you're good. Dan Barry's own set it on the pole. The 215 of Jameson J. Mac Mcbride with a 15.861.
Yes, sir.
Leighton Sullivan was second. The 22 of Jeremy Steele was third. The underdog of Dustin Brim was fourth in qualifying.
Yes, sir.
And the Hurricane of Stephen Blackburn was fifth. Padula was actually sixth. And Teddy Musgrave Jr. had a strong qualifying with a seventh. They locked into top 22.
Yeah.
Of course, there were two provisionals. Like I said, trying to remember which ones they were. I can't remember off the top of my head. There was a problem with the upload from Race Manager to My Race Pass on 602s and 604s for some reason. Because Chase McCormick actually qualified 13th. It doesn't show him on the sheet until to the bottom because it only picked up one of his laps. They only sent one of his laps over. So hopefully I can talk to My Race Pass because that's about the third time that's happened to me. But B-Main time.
B-Main.
Had 10 cars start to B-Main.
Same deal. They got to either go to the back or take the money. Is that right?
Yep. Go to the back of the A-Main or take the money.
Oh, okay.
And it was the hammer of Timmy Harrelson picking up the B-Main win.
The hammer from Reedsville.
And, of course, he chose to take the money and go to the house because he may have done seen that 602 and 60 and modified mess. I don't know.
No, it was before they were before the modified.
Brandon Woodcock ended up second in the B main. Andrew Langford was third.
Andrew, good run for Andrew in the B main, man.
And Joey Washburn made it out.
Look at Joey.
Ended up with fourth in the B main.
Shoot.
Chuck Melton was fifth. Zach Lowe from Madison finished seventh. Alan Hicks finally got his car ready and out, and ended up ninth in the B main.
Cool, man. Good job, guys. Joey Washburn's getting closer and closer, man. That dude's gonna be he's gonna be up there before long. Andrew Langford, he had a heck of a run not too long ago at Natural Bridge.
Yep.
And he's gonna be, I'm telling you.
But I mean, we had 35 of probably some of the stoutest 604 cars you can find.
Yeah. The Lucas Oil of 604s, pretty much.
Was at Friendship Motor Speedway.
Yeah.
Well, when the dust finally settled, because it got a little dusty, because there's a whole lot of cars to be on that racetrack. And as hot as it was,
yeah.
Jeremy Steele picked up the win for the Mid-East 604 late models. Jameson was second in the 215 machine.
There,
they had some hard racing. I have heard some Facebook drama about that.
Yeah.
I've seen the video. I watched it live and in color.
Yeah.
They did go door to door in 1 and 2. Neither one of them spun. Both of them kept going. Was it a little more than rubbing? I wasn't in the car.
That's right.
From up there in the top, it looked like some good hard rubbing and racing. But there's other opinions.
Yeah.
But Leighton Sullivan ended up third. Padula with a strong run in that 604.
Stephen Padula.
Finished fourth. Dustin Brim from Madison.
Good job, Dustin.
Finished fifth. Benji Hicks was sixth. Teddy Musgrave seventh. Cole Apple eighth. Justin Hudspeth ninth. And Brad Burkhart made his debut for this season in that B28 machine. Finished 10th.
That's a Randy's custom letter, and he got some horsepower added to it.
Dale Moore Spencer Apple finished 10th. 11th. Dale Moore was 12th. Mark Crow ended up 14th. Colby Quick fell back to 16th. Chubb Gunner 18th. Joey Johnson was 19th. Chase McCormick got in wreck early on. Ended up ending his night. Got 21st. Gary Mabe 22nd. Dalton Jacobs 24th. Raymond Brown 23rd. And Kyle Pierce, I don't know what happened, but he did not start the main.
Oh, man. I seen a post Brad made that they qualified so bad, they decided to load up and keep their car out of the carnage because they knew it was going to be some carnage. So
there was also a little controversy with the 22 of Steel and Blackburn.
See, Blackburn, I heard that. I don't know what happened. I didn't see it. I wasn't there.
Blackburn took the lead. A lap car was there. Slowed Blackburn down a little bit going into one. Jeremy Steele put it on the bottom. Went by both of them. Blackburn went in there, was trying to get a spot back.
Right.
They touched. Blackburn ended up around in 1 and 2, which was very unfortunate because both of them were putting on a heck of a show. Then under caution, Blackburn run up and hit the left rear of the 22 machine.
Oh, wow.
Under caution, and of course, the race director parked him for the night. They did not DQ him.
Yep.
They just parked him for the night, so he still got paid.
Okay.
Because the race director thought his intentions were to cut the left rear tire down to the 22.
Oh.
Because of the way he hit him.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't make decisions. I just tell you what took place.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't believe in
Jeremy and
making retaliations under caution.
Right. Jeremy and Steve are hard-nosed.
Absolutely.
Hard-nosed racers, man.
And it was unfortunate for Blackburn. Like I said, the lap car got in the way of the situation. But everybody has to fight lap traffic just like everybody else.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Ask Jameson Mcbride. He lost the lead at Colossal because of a lap car.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, it happens to everybody.
Yep, that's right.
But hopefully he'll be back. And somebody said that they've been having words on Facebook too.
Yeah, I've seen a little something of it,
but I didn't think that was something to be. I know he was mad because he was leading the race, and Unfortunately, lost the lead, but I'm not much of a keyboard warriors anyway.
Yeah, I watch it, but I don't speak.
I mean,
keep my comments.
What little racing I done in go-karts and stuff, what happened at that racetrack, next time, if next time I go to the racetrack, we'll figure it out then.
Yep, that's right.
It ain't much about talking about it on Facebook.
That's right. So we moved on to the 602 late models. And some dude put it on the pole in qualifying, but it was deemed illegal for being too heavy. That's the first time I've ever seen a call like that.
But there were 30 602 late models.
30 602 late models, man. I mean, goodness gracious. The Lucas Oil of 602 late models was out there. But Chris Joyce, my boy, my boy put it on the pole in out of 30 cars, man. I'm gonna tell you what, the top 18 transferred.
Top 18 in 602 late models transferred.
Okay.
Correct. And then there were 2 provisionals.
2,500 pounds, that's serious too.
No, the top 22.
Pop says, who is she? I got top 18.
Yeah, top 18. You're right. It was 22 starting the feature. It was
Yep.
two provisionals and one that came from the B main.
No, okay. Pop says, who is she? Big Deborah put it on the pole, man. Daniel Parker was second. Jeff Parsons was put it third. Our guest tonight, Preston Blaylock, qualified fourth, and Cole Apple ran out to top 5 in qualifying. Just some notable mentions. Well, all of them's notable mentions, tell you the truth. I mean, there's some big names here. Colton Stanley, 6th. Jordan Cola, 7th. Dalton Jacobs was 9th. Joey Johnson was 8th. I'm sorry. I'm going to just go on down the list, top 18. Daniel Durham was 10th. J.D. Strader was 11th. Matt Duggins was 12th. Tommy Zachary was 13th. Randy Poff, there he is.
And before you go, Bill Tesh was 13th.
Bill Tesh was 13th.
He did not take his fastest lap up. He was the other division that didn't come up like it was supposed to.
Oh, okay.
In both classes, it was a 13th qualifier.
Really?
They
Unlucky number 3. Let's figure the night y'all had 13. Look at there. She's tough crust. Nathan Walker was 16th. I guess we're a number down then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, Nathan Walker was 17th, right?
Yep.
Then Ronald Rhodes was 16th. Cole Hedrick was 19th.
So that's the reason there was an extra car in the main.
Oh, okay. So
Kendall Tucker, unfortunately, did not get to run. He ended up smoking.
Oh, really?
I don't know what happened to hot laps with the car went to smoking.
I like to be smoking right now.
Who has a video of the wreck in turn 4?
Chris Joyce does, Randy.
Does he really?
Yeah. The bumper cam.
The bumper cam?
Yeah, the bumper cam shows it real good. So go to Chris's page. He's got a good view of it from the bumper cam. So they had to run a B feature. 602s had to run a B feature. And Jeremiah Johnson, look at little 17 there. Jeremiah
Johnson
won his B main. And did he take the?
He took
money?
The tail end of the A main.
Did he?
He said, "I come to race."
There you go. Sean Walker was second. Good run for Sean.
Yep.
Kevin Slate, 5th. Jason Welburn, 3rd. Kendall Tucker, like I said, did not start.
Tyler Murray ended up 4th.
Yeah.
And I think it was his first time at the Speedway with that car because he didn't have numbers on it. He had to put an X on the side of it.
Oh, wow. So, come feature time. I think Chris said he took the high side. Daniel Parker took the low side, something or another, vice versa. Daniel Parker come out on the win with the win.
Yes, because they qualified, they locked him in. Chris started on the inside because he was on the pole.
Okay, so he was on the inside. Daniel Parker took the win, followed by Big Deborah. Chris has got a cool cam on. If you go to his Facebook page, they did not let them pick the high side. I didn't know. I thought the leader got to pick the high. Which way they wanted.
They didn't. That is mid-age race. They don't let them pick.
Oh, okay.
It's mid-age 602, which I don't know if Friendship does that anyway.
All right, so Chris, you had to have the bottom, man, and you love the bottom. You're a catfish.
The bottom.
He let Daniel get him. That's what happened. Let Daniel get him. Punk. No, Daniel Parker is a fast race car driver. He is a good race car driver, and he's winning everywhere he goes, basically. So if you beat him,
Fayetteville Sunday too.
Fayetteville. Yes, he did. They've been letting the leader pick. That's what Randy Fox says.
Okay.
So, maybe Chris got a little hoochie coochie there. I don't know.
Truth be known, he probably chose the bottom because that's where he likes to be.
They probably went on race saver, top or bottom 17. Chris was like, psh. Like that commercial.
Almost got him.
Yeah. Daniel's tough, man. Daniel Parker took the win. Chris George second. Preston Blaylock third. Joey Johnson. That's a good run for Joey.
And Chris and Blaylock put on a heck of a show.
That's what I heard. I heard they did. I watched the bumper cam. That's about all I could watch.
A lot of side by side.
Cole Apple. Cole, he's really come in on that 602. Was fifth. Jordan Kohler sixth. How about Baby D? Dalton Jacobs with a seventh place run. Colton Stanley, J.D. Strader, and Chasen Beasley. Round out your top 10. Notable mentions, Bill Tesh, 12th. Caleb Simmons made the field through qualifying, I guess, 21st.
Caleb actually got a
provisional.
He's in the points. He was highest in the points.
Provisional. So Caleb, look at a good run for Caleb, 13th. Jeremiah Johnson come from last to 15th. Jeff Parsons and Matthew Duggins, Randy Poff, all those guys, I think they was in that big one. And prayers go out to Randy again.
Randy was in the first one. Big Rick over coming up with 3. Don't know who got into the side of him. I thought Randy was actually coming upside down. Of course, broke his wrist, having surgery tomorrow. We wish him well and a speedy recovery because we need Pop Daddy back at the racetrack.
We need Pop Daddy at the racetrack. That's right. They said Caleb had a busted oil pan, and he JB welded it and sent it.
Well, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, that's right. Big shout out.
And of course, Matthew Duggins was involved in the wreck in one. Parsons actually turned sideways in front of the field. Apple clipped him across the nose. And they all started sliding in there to try to miss the wreck.
Yep.
And unfortunately, Matthew Duggins ended up with the worst end of the deal, upside down on his roof. Nobody's fault. It's just one of them racing accidents where everybody was trying to avoid, and some didn't check up quick as others did, and ended up turning him on his lid. But glad he's all right. Hope he'll get the car back together and be back in that race car soon.
Absolutely, man. Big shout out to Matthew. Prayers, buddy. And I guess that rounds out tonight, right?
Oh, no, we got Pro 4s.
Pro 4s.
Pro 4s. Actually, a decent field of Pro 4s, I do believe. Let's see real quick. Pro 4s had 14.
Wow. Which
is a pretty good field of Pro 4s.
No doubt. Our boy Dylan got him one, didn't he?
Yep. Heat races. Brad Michalowski won the first heat race.
Yeah, look at Brad.
Connor Keaton won the second one. Oh, Cool Whip,
yeah.
Went to feature time. I think Grayson ended up with a flat tire at one point in time and had to come in. But at the end of the night, Dylan Warden picked up the win in the 2 machine. Chris Allison was second. Third was Jimmy Price. Grayson Keaton ended up coming back to 4th. Brad Michalowski was 5th. Good run for Luke Golden. He finished 7th. Richard Reeves was 8th. Scotty Sprinkle 9th. Jeremiah Wagner was 10th. I think Connor Keaton ended up falling out early. And Nathan Golden, I think he ended up on the tail end of the lead lap.
Oh, yeah. Good run for Dylan Warden.
Yep.
Yeah, man. No, he won the other week, got protested, was found illegal.
Valve.
Yep. So, good redemption for him. So, Chris Joy said, have a good video of that wreck. Jeff's axle may have broke, and that's what caused it. Dude hardly ever spins out. So I heard that Jeff's axle broke.
Well, like I said, he turned in front of the field. Now, what happened to the car up in the, I don't know, but I just tell you what I see.
Right.
Blue Ridge Outlaws were at Lancaster.
That's right. Lancaster. That's right.
Of course, Dylan Watson actually set it on the pole, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Nance ended up winning the race.
Yep.
Scott Shirey was second. And I want to say Greg Clark was third.
Cool.
Don't know where Dylan finished. There you go. King stopped the hop.
There he is.
Coming in here a little late.
Look behind me there. Stop. Hop. Look behind me there. That point right there. Man, that's weird. I ain't even pointing to it in real life, but I'm pointing to it on camera. Look how far it's off, dude.
It ain't that far off. It's not that far off. But
what's up, Hop?
Fayetteville Motor Speedway was Sunday.
Yes.
Had a few guys go down there. I know Dalton went. Clay Shoemake went.
Yep.
Cambridge Gann went.
I think that's all the locals that went.
Hold on, I'll tell you.
I want to give a shout out real quick to Rambo. Rambo won the Carolina Clash race Saturday.
Oh, did he? Where
yes,
they run
he
out?
did. I don't know where they ran. I forgot. There's Pino. But I did. Somebody was telling me that Rambo won. Big Al telling me. And Big Al is on. I mean, Big Al. Rambo is on the shop package, same as Chris Joyce. I think Chris Joyce has been helping Rambo a little bit with the shop package. So.
There you then.
Yep.
It's a lot of left side weight to deal with.
They was at Harris. Carolina Clash was at Harris.
Was it Harris? Okay.
Yep.
Bill Link.
There's my boy Pino, y'all. He's letting y'all see his best side.
So yesterday, let's see if we can find Fayetteville. Right there they are. Good night in the morning. They run 8 different classes.
Oh, wow.
Which was a long night.
Yeah, they run some we don't run, like the Sport Mod A's and Sport
Mod Light,
D's.
Street Stock Legends, Junior Sprints, Pure Stock V8s, I-95 Challenge, 602 late models, and 602 mods. Yeah. 602 late model feature. Daniel Parker picked up the win. Hunter Bailey was second. Dalton Jacobs third.
Baby D got him a third.
I think Timmy Mills finished third, but I think he was DQ for some reason.
Yeah.
AJ
light. He was light.
AJ Ballinger was fourth, and Carl Curran was fifth. Chasen Beasley went down. He finished seventh. He was at the Friendship. Robbie Gibson was there.
Oh, yeah, Robbie was there. I forgot about that.
He finished 13th.
Yep.
Robbie Gibson actually qualified third.
Yeah.
Good run for Robbie.
Yep.
Must have had something happen later on. 602 mods. Eric Bentley was there.
Chase says that surprisingly the earliest he ever got out of Fayetteville, we was back home at 2:20. Yeah, because I seen it 10:30 they were done.
But they started at like 3-4 o'clock.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Cambridge Gann ended up 7th. Clay Shoemake ended up 8th. Of course, Donovan Jackson picked up the win. Eric Bentley. No, not Donovan Jackson, but Dustin Watkins picked up the win. Donovan Jackson was 2nd. Eric Bentley was 3rd. But like I said, Cambridge Gann regrouped from Friendship, went down there and finished 7th. Clay Shoemake was 8th.
Good job, guys.
Try to see if there's anybody, other local guys that went down there, but I don't see any. Of course, Dustin Watkins said on the pole. Cambridge qualified 9th. Clay actually qualified 7th out of the bunch.
Hey.
They only took 14 out of qualifying.
Yeah.
No B main.
Wow, it's a good deal. Congratulations, those guys.
Good job to Clay and Cambridge for good runs at Fayetteville.
Absolutely.
Of course, can't stop to hop in here. I bragged on him before he comes in here and
I know.
Doesn't pay any attention.
Yep. Nick was bragging on you hot about Friendship. So congratulations, buddy. It was a good run for you, man. I'm glad everything's working out for you in that mod, man. I knew you was gonna be able to drive it though, so it's no big surprise to me. But anyway, guys, don't forget to buy your t-shirts from drivers. Buy our we got to give away a t-shirt. We're gonna give away a t-shirt.
Yeah, we'll give away our own the Backstretch t-shirt.
All right, give away a Backstretch t-shirt.
to thank y'all for we are making headway.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Results. We'll just do it through results.
All right.
For our On the Backstretch t-shirt, you pick size and color whenever you get to the racetrack to pick it up or however we need to do it. Who was your 602 late model B main winner?
The B main winner for the 602 late models at Friendship, right?
At Friendship.
This past Saturday. Again, I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. We had a bunch of people tonight. Thank y'all.
We did at one point in time. I think we was up to 30 something at one time.
22, Bill Link says.
They don't tell me who won the race.
Got to have a name. Got to have a name. Don't forget, guys, support these guys. Buy some T-shirts. Buy our T-shirts. There's a lot of race car drivers with T-shirts. They depend on it. The shirt sales and the merch sales to get them up and down the road. I know Wild Apparel and what's
Full Throttle Apparel.
Full Throttle Apparel, yeah.
Full Throttle was actually there Saturday night.
Jeremiah
Johnson. So
Brandy Langford.
Brandon Langford.
You get another T-shirt. Look at there. Did they pick up their T-shirts and stuff? By the way,
I don't think they did. But
they need to get theirs.
Yeah.
So they get 2 T-shirts.
She gets 3.
3 T-shirts.
One
That's
for
right.
2 and 1 for whoever.
Yep. That's right.
But yeah, remind me. Hopefully, it won't be as hectic because I had so much going on and the computer wasn't working again.
Don't let him lie. I'll be there.
No, the computer. I was doing it on my phone again.
Don't let him lie. I'll be there helping him. That's why it won't be as hectic.
Brittany showed up late.
Yeah.
What else? Who else going to blame?
Pino wasn't there.
But no.
Pino
It's Jeremiah
wasn't there.
Johnson.
Yep. So
they both walked up. I got the information. I was sitting on my phone trying to punch it in. Like I said, I'm going to get another laptop for that. But next race at Friendship Motor Speedway is the Carolina Clash.
is that the
My understanding, it is the Donald Tucker Memorial. And Daniel Tucker will be running. There are raffle tickets being sold that, for a lawnmower, a $300 prize, $200 prize, $100 prize. There will be Donald Tucker Memorial T-shirts by Stokes Apparel.
Yep.
I think you can pre-order yours if you want to pre-order before the race with Ronnie Tucker on his Facebook page. You can buy raffle tickets. Check Ronnie's Facebook page for that, and you can pick up information. I think it's $20 a ticket or $6 for $100. But it is a 54-inch zero-turn lawnmower is the grand prize.
Also, I'm gonna give a shameless plug.
And all proceeds for the raffle are going to buy bicycles and things for the kids.
Yeah. I'm gonna give a shameless plug just because I like him, Big Al. His church is also selling raffle tickets for a golf cart.
For a golf cart,
yeah, $50. $50 a ticket, and they're going. It's like you can take the golf cart or $7,000 cash. Whichever one you want. Yep. So, you're interested in something like that, go see. Give Big Al a message. Carolina Clash will also invade Friendship Motor Speedway that Saturday night. So we got Supers, baby.
Supers, yep.
Supers. I think the 604s are off that night. Is that correct?
I think that is right. I haven't looked at the schedule.
I do believe they are. I'm not sure. They ain't got many more 604s. They got like 3 more races, I think.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of races left since we're running every other week.
We got 5
if you have not made your way to Friendship Motor Speedway, I advise you to do so. Apparently, tempers are flaring and tensions are high.
Yep.
Great car counts. Racetrack was great. I know Padula even said he loved it. He says you could pass. And of course, Padula finished probably one of his best finishes in 604.
Yeah, sure did.
So
good. Congratulations, Steve Padula, man. You're making strides in that late model, buddy. And he's going to be one to contend with too in that 604 class.
When he figures it out.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's a little different than modified, just like Preston said. He says it's different.
It's different. That's right.
He says you move it this much, and he's like, oh, go back.
Yep. So, congratulations to all the winners, all the good runners. I mean, you don't have to win to have a good run. Congratulations,
like
guys.
I said, Chase Hopper
That's
made the field, finished 13th, didn't tear nothing up.
That's right. But
you thought he'd won the race at the end of the night.
He put it on the trailer for another day, baby. Congratulations, Pino, for making me bleed a few minutes ago. I don't know, man. It's been a long show tonight, dude. We've been
It
2
has.
hours, bro.
Almost
2 hours.
Want to pay some bills?
We got to pay some bills, man. Guys, thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate y'all just as much as we appreciate anything. Without y'all, we're nobodies. So we're nobodies anyway, but without y'all, we're double nobodies. Thank you so much, Randy's Custom Lettering in Walnut Cove. Vinyl Ass Horsepower. Make sure you got something needs wrapping. Call Randy and Chris at 336-591-9301.
Gann's Race Cars and Parts at a Med-In for all your fabrication and race car parts. Give Philip Gann a call at Gann's Race Cars and Parts, and also Tanja with Too Fast for You embroidery.
Thank y'all for coming on board. Stokes Apparel, first place merch. Travis Lawson there. You've heard it. You've seen it. You've seen them bad shirts coming out. And it's more on the way. So make sure you get your race team shirts done at Stokes Apparel, first place merch. Travis Lawson.
Tate Logging in Firewood out of Low Gap, North Carolina. That is the hillbilly of Zach Tate. If you need your timber cut or firewood for the winter, give them a call at 336-757-6706.
R&B Enterprise, Ricky and Dustin Brim. Make sure if you need some car work done, truck work done, paint, they do it all. 336-427-7425.
That's right. They're there for all your automotive needs.
All your automotive needs.
Well, I might have to get that bigger so I can see it. Andrew's Mowing and Landscaping. That's Andrew Langford. If you want need landscape design, maintenance, mowing, or grading, give them a call at 336-624-8357.
And our friends Joey Smith at JBS Builders. I seen he was up in the mountains building some stuff today.
I heard he's been out of town.
Yeah, he's up in the mountains building stuff. Make sure you call Joey Smith if you need something done. 336-712-6049.
NRS race going for all your transponders and scoring needs. It will be at Friendship Motor Speedway this year. Other than that, I don't know if we're going anywhere else this year.
Well, we may go. Well,
we may go somewhere else.
Yeah,
we'll
we
find.
may be.
I do know I'll be doing one other event other than Friendship on one of their weekends off.
Yep. And Earl, we're tired of getting lapped. Are you tired of getting lapped, Nick?
I ain't never been off the lead lap.
You ain't never been off the lead lap. Well,
I got power from Earl Ramey.
That's right. If you got some power by Earl Ramey, you ain't getting lapped. Make sure you call Earl Ramey. He's a dealer for Maximum Racing Oil Proof Fabrication. Some of the baddest motors. I'm telling y'all, if you want to get up front, you got to call Earl Ramey. And then we done Randy.
We done Randy. We done went to all of them. Ain't that something?
Yeah, I know. Guys, thank y'all again for tuning in, hanging out with us for 2 hours tonight. 2 hours.
Yeah, we was a little long, but he can say he's shy all he wants to, but when you get Preston talking, he's a talker.
He's a talker, ain't he?
But I like Preston. Preston's a super nice guy.
Yeah.
But I'm glad he can make the trip down here and be on the show with us.
Absolutely. Thank you, Preston Blaylock, for joining us tonight. Thank you guys, like I said. Thank you guys so much. Support your local racetracks. Buy some T-shirts, guys. Take us out of here, Nick.
Remember, guys, if you're not at a dirt track, it's your own asphalt.
Right here, Chase. Right there.